Hey, Gama Garcia here. Just wanted to make this video to talk about the AB5. We have several clients that have employees and contractors and all that in their business. So this is a new law that came in effect. That's coming in effect January 1st, 2020. So this was vital for me to get this out as soon as we got the training on it. This law came in, I think it went through like September, but now just all the training started coming out. So we got the training in, and now I could advise on this this new law. Listen to it, please listen to it. I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. I just want to get this out so you can have this information. It is very, very important. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to try to make it under 15 minutes. So let me get started, even less, hopefully. So yeah, the law is called AB5. Starting January 1st, 2020, this law takes effect. And basically what it is that the AB5 ensures that all California workers have access to basic labor and employment protections and benefits. Okay. So what this does, you have to classify your employee, either employee or contractor, subcontractor, and this has always been the way to do it. The IRS always they had their rules and procedures to do this. We never it was seldom that we saw this an issue. You will only see it in the audits and stuff like that. Or when an employee as a 1099 complained to the Department of Labor that they weren't getting paid their hourly works. But now, since the state of California is involved, this is now only for California. The state is involved, so now we have this this thing going on. So okay, so let me just let me get this straightened out here. So it's okay. So it's the three rules, right? There's three rules that determine if they are employee or subcontractor. It's called the ABC test. The first one is A. And let me read it directly from my notes here. Give me a second. Okay. And I'll explain it with an example. So the first one is the person is free from control and direction of the hiring entity in connection with the performance of the work, both under the contract for the performance of the work and in fact. This basically means that, okay, like let's say I hire a cleaning lady or gentleman. I hire them and, and they come in and clean my office. So, okay, so then I didn't tell them how to do the cleaning. I didn't tell them, I didn't direct them how to do it. I didn't supply them with the materials. I didn't do none of that. All I just told them was I need cleaning on this day, and maybe the hour. But I didn't direct them in any way, like how to do it, how to do their job. I didn't tell them how to do their job. Okay. And that's what it's basically saying. We do not direct them on how to do their job. And okay, so then B, the person performs work that is outside the usual course of the hiring entity's business. This is basically saying that the cleaning lady didn't come in and prepare taxes for me, right? They came in to do the cleaning. So I'm not in the business of doing cleaning services. So that's basically what B is. I'm not in that business. So they came in and did an outside service out of our normal work process. Okay, so that's B, and then C is that cleaning lady doesn't only work for me. I'm not her own client. She has other clients that she does the cleaning for, and she has a home business license and all that. Okay, I'm just one of her clients. Okay, so she has her own book of clients. So that makes her independent contractor. Okay, so that ABC came out of, it's been around for a while, but now it came out of California. California now sees that. And you got to see, according to this ABC rule, almost everybody would have been classified as an employee. There are exemptions in this new AB5 law. There are exemptions like for real estate agents, salon, hairdressers, professionals that require a license. Those are exemptions, but then there is special rules to that exemption, right? And for example, in a salon owner, if they're exempt, right? So we're good. The law doesn't apply, but there's exemptions with special rules. Now, for example, if the hairdresser goes in, the salon owner tells them you have to be here at this time, and the salon owner collects the money, and the salon owner, that hairdresser is doing the usual job of the salon owner, the normal business that they do. So essentially, even if they have their license, they're not exempt. They're considered an employee. So yeah, this makes it difficult. It is a very difficult law, and now we're concerned because before the IRS, we weren't concerned with the IRS, but now I would advise my clients and tell them, okay, you make a decision. You know the consequences. Look, if you get caught, you're gonna have to pay all the fees and stuff, the penalties and interest and all that. Now, with the state involved, the state's gonna have an eye on you guys. It's gonna have on the business owners. So we don't know to what depth they're gonna go into, but now we're hearing that they're gonna go after these businesses that have contractors and are misclassifying them. The low-hanging fruit, they're gonna go after the low-hanging fruit wherever they see the money. They're gonna go after them. So it is vital important that you guys start start classifying and knowing how to classify your workers. Before, it was just have them fill out a W-9 form and issuing a 1099 at the end of the year. That was sufficient to classify them as independent contractors. It's not sufficient anymore. You cannot get away with just giving them a 1099 and a W-9 form. Okay? This is important, guys. This is very important. So you guys and guys and ladies, this is very important. Okay, so and another issue. Okay, the EDD is going to be looking for it. The law is retroactive. It means that starting January 1st, January 1st going forward, it's not that. It's not that it's January 1st. Oh, okay, I don't have to worry about it right now because it's going forward. Starting January 1st. This is retroactive. Retroactive means that it could go back from 2020. So they could go far back as 8 years, more than their usual. They usually audit 4 years, but now since it's retroactive, they're going back. They could go back as far as 8 years. Okay, so this is why it's so big. This law is so big, because if they find out that you are misclassifying your workers, they will go back 8 years, and then comes in all the penalties from the workers' comp insurance, unemployment insurance, the federal. Then the federal gets involved. They'll notify federal, and then you have the Social Security, the Medicare, labor comes in, labor commission comes in. So franchise tax board, everybody, is a very, very serious law. And we in this training that we were taking, they were talking about people going bankrupt on this, because there's small businesses that can't handle this. Small businesses have to come up with a plan. I mean, have to look at their business and see what they could do to structure this to be able to, you know, I living in California. There's always laws that take effect that hurt small businesses, but there's always a thing around it. Don't, you know? I'm not giving you a all doomsday thing. I just want you to be aware of the situation, aware of the law, and there's always things you can do to not skirt the law, not to, you know, disobey the law, but to do something, loopholes or stuff like that. We're still searching. We have a close eye on this law to come up with any loopholes or any structure we need to change. It's going to have to come down to where we have to increase prices. I mean, the consumers know, you know, they know that laws change all the time. So yeah. And a note on that, California minimum wage prices is going up. So minimum wage is going up. And then this law doesn't make it any easier. Let me see. So another thing that I want to get across, just so you know, the effects is like Uber. I'm not sure if you heard of Uber fighting this. January 1st, supposedly all drivers are employees in the eyes of California. They become employees, but Uber has stated that they're not going to abide by this law, and they're willing to pay the penalties because they're fighting it. I think they have a lawsuit out against California to fight this. But Uber's big, you know, they have billions of dollars, so they could do this, you know. The trucking industry wasn't so lucky. The trucking industry is, for lack of a better word, screwed. Because the way they were working, they will contract independent truck drivers, and now they are more than likely employees. For example, let me give you a quick example. The company that hires the driver, the driver has his own truck or leases his truck. The company hires them and just tells them, okay, get your LLC, we hire you. Okay, fine. But that's not going to work anymore. That driver is actually an employee because that driver only works for that company. That driver doesn't have any other companies he hauls loads for them. So yeah, and the trucking industry is also suing California, but for now, the law comes in effect. For now, these drivers, these trucking companies have to classify them as employees. And I just got a client in the other day, and it's a referral. They contract the driving, the cargo. They contract it out, you know. But now they're telling them they're telling those drivers, those contractors, you need to get your people in payroll, right? So they're trying to tell them get your people in payroll, so and then we'll hire you. We'll continue to do business. But what that company doesn't realize is that it's not going to work because in order for them, they are actually employees. They are actually employees because they actually have to. The way the law is set, it classifies those drivers as employees, and yeah, it's a very confusing. It's not confusing once you know the rules and the exemptions and all that. But yeah, the driving the driving industry, the truck driving industry is the one that got affected. So you might spend a lot of money to go get your insurance, your business license, all this other stuff, your LLC, and at the end of the day, it's not the right way to do it. But yeah, so what can you do? What can you do with this new law? What is there anything you could do now? Well, you as the owner, if you're the contractor, independent contractor, doesn't affect you. the person liable is the owner. The owner of that company is the person liable, unless they make you go out and get a business LLC, spend money on this and that. It might come down like 3 months later, 6 months later, that you're going to be out of that money, because at the end of the day, they have to classify you as an employee. Okay, so the thing, as a business owner, you need to document every independent contractor. You have to have documentation that they do meet, or that they do meet the ABC test. Like that they in fact are independent contractors. That you don't direct them in any way. You don't tell them how to do their jobs. You don't tell them what time to come in. That they're not doing your normal operation. They're not doing tax returns for you. They're not, and that they're, in my case, that they're not doing my tax returns, right? If they're doing your part of the main core business that you do, employee, and that you have to document that they have other clients besides you. That means you have to have proof of their license, their business license. You have to have proof that they have other employees, like a website and stuff like that. Documentation. You need documentations for that, and it basically comes down to an onboard process that you have to have. Trying to put together some type of onboarding process, some type of documents, templates, so I could have them available to you. This came at the wrong time, because December, sometimes we're very busy trying to get ready for year end. But I'm going to try to shoot it out. I mean, it's going to be in January, maybe in January or in December, but I'll try to shoot it out. And so you could have some type, maybe I'm thinking maybe build up a website, put in the templates in there. You guys have access for it, with access to it. But yeah, if you guys need any consultation, any more to talk about, shoot me an email. Better yet, schedule a call with me. I'll put a link somewhere here, so you can schedule a call with me, set up a call, and we'll go specifically into your situation. This is just a general thing. I didn't even go into the exemptions, all the other stuff. I just wanted to make this video short. I think I went over 17 minutes now, so I want to keep it short. So yeah, get a hold of me. Spread the word. AB5. If you have employees, if you have contractors, you're affected. So spread the word to other business owners. Let them know, because I know a lot of them don't know about this. They just hear it's going to affect Uber, because Uber's so big, so everybody knows. So, but if you're a business owner, you have contractors, any type of contractor, any type of independent contractor is going to affect you. Okay. Okay. That's all I got. Sorry I made it too long, but this is just so much. Okay. So, give me a call.